The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 213. NASDAQ is down 16. S&P is up 15. Gold contract up 820, trading 18.78 an ounce. You got silver up 22 cents, $25.76 an ounce. Light sweet crude up 65 cents, $47.67 a barrel. Get those numbers out this morning. Notes and bonds. You get the 10-year note down 8 ticks, trading 137.23. The 30-year off a full point plus 6 ticks at 137.23. And King Dollar taking it on the chin once again. King Dollar's down 453 ticks, 90.203. What that's all about, folks, you get the euro going topside at 122, the yen going downtown at 103. That's a stronger yen, as well as the pound going topside at 135 to 1 U.S. dollar. Tom O'Brien, what's going on?
Boy, we got enough moving parts in this market with 48 hours until Christmas, man.
I tell you, man, this market's so deviant, it's unbelievable. The NASDAQ goes to all-time highs yesterday, folks. The Dow's going to try to do it today. You get the tweet from the president last night at 7 o'clock. Market didn't even shake it off. Well, Tommy and I were in front of the machine at that time in different places, but the bottom line is that we were joking it was only down 14 points, right? S&P points, and bang. You know, right back.
Now we're much higher than that. There we go.
Seriously, man. You know, we're all going to learn so much from this market, man. And the jobs. Well, hey, let's go to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks.
Lots to talk about. Perfect.
Totally, man. Every trading day right here, folks. You want to understand the option market, option strategies, futures, outstanding program, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. If you haven't test driven yet the Thinkorswim platform, so easy to do. You're sitting on the website, hit the banner. Bring it up. They'll allow you to trade with paper money. You can follow Kevin and his team every trading day. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. Guys, couple days left here before we get to Christmas. And, you know, I think the data this morning, you know, today, the Wednesday before Christmas, kind of a data dump. They threw everything in today. Two pretty big numbers, durable goods, income, and outlays. Tommy mentioned at the beginning of the show the jobless claims number.
Yes.
Pretty impressive number there. Nice drop down to 803,000. But I'll tell you, what is interesting is how is this bond market selling off with this personal income and outlays number? This number was anemic at best in terms of income, in terms of personal consumption expenditures, and any of the inflation data was anemic at best. So the fact that the 10-year is rallying with that number is pretty interesting in terms of the way I look at things.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt. And you know what's wild is that when that jobs number come out, Kevin, right? So pitch is something, folks. I mean, you know, the bottom line, we know we're in a pandemic. I mean, and that was a short number, meaning, and then, you know, we use paychecks here for all the accounts anyway. But I went right to paychecks. And you know what? Paychecks is at all-time highs. I'm saying to myself, man, this market is something else. Because we're paychecks, folks. Okay, the bottom line is that someone's using paychecks. And, you know, it's a great system. Don't get me wrong. But when I see that at all-time highs, it's like, okay, we know that people are laid off. But there's something underlying here that people are getting jobs somewhere, or they're getting revenue somewhere, because, you know, that's just not how it goes, man. So, pretty wild, man.
Yeah, hey, listen. This market is showing pretty incredible resiliency. And, you know, Trump's comments last night were significant, but I think he's responding to social media that is in an uproar on how little money is going to the U.S. consumer and how much money is going to foreign governments. Right. I think that's what the uproar is, and I think Trump making that statement last night was just really a reaction to that. Now, he didn't say he's vetoing anything. He's just trying to put pressure, which Trump believes in. He believes in pressure.
Sure.
If you're doing a good job, he believes in pressure. If you're doing a bad job, he believes in pressure. So I think he's trying to put pressure to get more money in the pockets of the U.S. consumer, which, in my opinion, is the best place for it to be, frankly.
Oh, there's no doubt, man, and no one's going to fight it. Kevin, could you imagine Mitch McConnell last night when that came across? It was like, oh my God, And hey, listen,
he may
man,
have,
he
may have spit up his Kentucky whiskey.
No, totally. And listen, when I walked in the office this morning, the producers are saying, "Hey, man, $600 is nothing," and it really is. I mean, that's the bottom line. How do you go from, what was the last one, 12 or 1,500 or something? And
I think it was 1,200.
Yeah, it's like, okay, man, so there's going to be next 5 days.
I think they're trying to go through. I think Republicans want there to be a weaning, right, of the benefits back to normal because, let's face it, more jobs have been created, and the unemployment numbers are not as low, and they're still talking about giving that $600 to everybody, right? And so I think the threshold is $75,000. So you could be making $70,000 a year, and you're still going to get this money, which I'm not a big fan of that. I want to overhelp the people that need it.
Yeah.
If you've got $70,000 of personal income coming in with an individual, I think you're okay. Frankly, I don't think you're going to get kicked out of anything.
No, man.
You'll survive for 6 months, 9 months till
There's no doubt because when you look at the different parts of the country, we haven't made in Florida compared to you guys in Illinois. That's the reality, and in Boston. Do you know what I mean? So there's big differences out here. There's no two ways about that. So
Tom, that's why everyone in Illinois is moving to Florida. Remember.
Come on down, Kevin. Let's go.
Seriously, man.
It's a matter of when, Tommy, not if.
That's perfect, man. Get those remote TD Ameritrade Network offices down there. You'll have the beach, the beautiful water behind you. Perfect.
Yeah, I like it. So, end of the year, beginning of the year, how do we look at the option market, Kevin? Where are we going with that, like, in this time frame?
Yeah, I think you've got to look at the VIX right now at just under a 23, and it's down significantly today. It was, over a 24 in the day yesterday. That's still implying big 1.5% moves in these markets a third of the days. So there's still volatility in this market. There's still uncertainty in this market. January 15th, we start the next earnings season with J.P. Morgan, Citigroup, and Wells Fargo. So take a quick break, come back, and 11 days after we go back on January 4th, it's earnings season again. And I think, Tom, the big discussion topic over the holidays and to start next year will be, where is the 10-year yield going to be during next year?
Right.
What will be at high? What will be at low? What's the range for the 10-year in 2021?
Right. And, folks, during the holidays, Kevin and Tom White, they put together a whole package. If you really want to understand the option market, it's a great time to do it. And as Kevin just said with that VIX, when you have a VIX, folks, that the market can move 1.5%, that is a trader's paradise, It doesn't last forever. Take advantage of it. Maybe another 6 months of it, 4 months of it, year of it. We don't know what it is, but that is a trader's paradise. That's how you can really have an edge in the marketplace. Kevin, you have a great one, safe one. We look forward to the program in 45 minutes.
Have a great day, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kevin.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials up 186. NASDAQ is up 3. S&Ps are up 16. Tommy and I come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. Do you have broken or unwanted jewelry, diamonds, watches, coins, silverware, and other collectibles that you would like to turn into cash? Tiger Precious Metals and Stones will pay fair market value. We make it easy to turn your precious metals that are sitting around in your house into cash. Call Andy now at 727-329-8245, and he will walk you through our safe and secure process. Andy has been in the business buying and selling precious metals for over 15 years. Call Andy now at 727-329-8245.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 145. We get the Nasdaq down 12. S&P's up 11. Bottom line is that we'll see where this baby goes. Inside of the NDX 100, folks, the strength versus the weakness out here. You get JD.com up 3.3%. You get Splunk up 2.9. Fox is up 2.1. Taken away from it, Zoom is down 5.5%. You got CGen off 4%. What is this one? Interesting, man. That's a new one. Team. What is Team? Down 7%. Let's see what Team is here. Design, develop enterprise software. Okay, so you got enterprise software. Some of the higher volume equities out here. Are you there, Tom? Nope, he just dropped. We're going to get him back on. Fuel cell, that's still on the run. That's up $1.46. You got American Airlines up 50 cents. We have Plug Power up 35 cents. QuantumScape's down $15. And you got, let's see where good old Tesla is. Oh, I know we got to pull up Moderna. Moderna, folks, you're going to see is just about, we were talking about the three-gap play. This one really worked out well. It's just about finishing. It almost got there this morning. So the three-gap play, folks, started on the 24th of November. That high there was 109.29. Bottom line, you did three gaps. You got all the way up to the 178, and guess what? You got all the way back to 115 today. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Steve Dahl. Steve Dahl, Merry Christmas. What's going on, man? Oh, I guess I don't have him yet. No, he's not there. I can hear. Oh, there we go. Hey, Santa Claus, what's happening, man?
Sorry, I had to get my ears fixed here. What's happening?
How you doing, man?
Man, doing good. Just 'twas a couple days before Christmas and all through the land. Just looking for opportunities here just before Santa comes knocking on our door soon enough.
No doubt. And, folks, as you come over to our website at TFNN, you're going to see Taz Profile Scanner. Okay, Steve's the president of Taz Profile Scanner. It's a great program. Bottom line is that you can subscribe to this program. You can put in the promo code UPGRADE. You're going to save $100 on the first month. Normally, it's $197 a month. Now, it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee also, folks. It's an outstanding program. Some of you may have heard us talk about it before on TFNN. Many of us use it on TFNN. And when you have markets that gyrate back and forth, it's pretty cool because just the overall market, when you're taking a look at it, particularly, it works whether you're doing long-term investing or short-term, folks. On short-term investing, which I primarily do, it's like awesome because whether you're flipping on one side or the other side, when you use the aspect of where is the S&P are more stocks above profiles or below profiles, it's pretty amazing out here.
It is. It's very Christmassy too. We got the red and green theme, but the bull and bear theme in play, just like my vest here. You can see I'm blinking, so this is like
you are blinking, man, no doubt.
Having a little fun here today. It's been we're wrapping up. Let's face it, a memorable year and an exciting year for market participants. And, I think we're all kind of excited to kind of get on with closing 2020 chapter and finding where the opportunities are going to be lurking in the year ahead.
No doubt. And, folks, if you're watching Tiger TV, what you're going to see, Steve just put up, but I've got it copied up here. So at the very top of this, you get a weekly, you get a daily, you get a 240, and you get a 60-minute. Those things, folks, are so helpful in trading. It is amazing. And Steve, can you talk a little bit about how the profiles that you actually have the profile before, not that you actually the profile set up, and what it does, folks, is that it gives you a range so that you can understand that what we've done many times here is this. When we have pulled back intraday, all the market has done so far is pull back to the profile, shook it off, and then say, okay, I'm going higher again. If you could just explain how the profiles are set up, Steve, prior to where we're going and what that means.
You're exactly right. I think, for those of your loyal followers that are using the product, they know that there's a lot that goes on under the hood before you get into the scanner and come to rely upon the information that it's delivered there. Essentially, market profile, what it's doing is it's identifying that, call it the first standard deviation, nearly 70% of the volume where that's occurring, and on virtually any financial instrument, from individual stocks, ETFs. You can do this on Forex, and we say that this is essentially the institutional and commercial footprint in the market. All the big banks, the hedge funds, the big money managers, they trade huge, bigger than you and I combined,
sure.
Tom, believe it or not.
Yeah, and, we're raindrops compared to that, right?
Little flies on the rear of a
right.
You know what, but being able to identify that information helps you find basically a liquidity point. And what Profiles does is it helps us as retail traders identify a zone of fair market pricing, almost like the MSRP of a car. When you go searching for a new car, you get online and you can find out what kind of that fair range of prices are. And if you get a deal done in there, well, that was fair. But when things get outside of that range, that's where you hit these extreme circumstances, and that's when you see those big market movers, because the market's kind of scales have been tilted, and those are great breakout moves. And I love the breakout mode trading.
No doubt. Now, I happen to use this, folks, okay, for indices in a big way, because I basically trade the NASDAQ mostly. I trade a lot of gold stocks, but there's a question in the den right now, and they're asking, so adding stocks, Steve, okay, into the program, particularly these people are asking about adding gold stocks. Now, is that something we can do?
So the way the scanner is set up right now, this thing is an absolute workhorse. You can imagine, 700 some instruments in this thing are actively being tracked, monitored, and available for filtering. It is hard coded at the current time to the products that you see within there: the S&P 500 individual stocks,
okay.
The NASDAQ, the most commonly traded futures in Forex markets, and it's a workhorse even at that. Now, that doesn't mean that in the future, by demand, if we got enough people pounding on my door here.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Anything's possible, let's just say that.
No,
but,
I get it.
What you see is, in fact, what you get.
No, there's no doubt. And what does happen, folks, okay, as if you happen to be looking at my screen here for a second, what you can do, depending on how you trade, it doesn't matter whether if you're a weekly trader, a monthly trader, bottom line, it is all out there. It's a very powerful program, very easy to get, folks. Come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see it right on the front page, the TAS Profile Scanner. You can subscribe. It comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so this is a great time to do it. If you have a little time off over the holidays, you can kind of get used to it. And Steve's put a whole bunch of videos right there, folks, so you can really dig your head right into it. You have a great Christmas, safe Christmas, Steve, and we're going to make it a great New Year, man.
You bet. We'll see you down your chimney in 2 days.
I love it, man. Take care, man. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now down 157. Nasdaq's down 4. S&Ps are up 13. We'll come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates to my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow up 153, Nasdaq down 14, S&P's up 12.5. Tom, we get the oil inventories here. The crude inventories fell 562,000 barrels. Gasoline fell 1.13 million barrels. Bottom line, I don't know what the estimate. I'm not sure what the estimate was.
Yeah, no real reaction. I got the contract up. We moved maybe 10, 15 cents to the upside, 47.87 in crude, but no real reaction. Been some big strength in crude, man, off of that low we had with the market lows kind of basically midnight. We're up almost $2 from where it was trading at about 1 a.m. Eastern time already. Wow. So we'll see, but a little bit of a pop on that news as we're making intraday highs right now, 47.85. We're going to get $50 crude. In 2020, man, are you telling me we start 2020 off with $60 crude, we go to negative crude, and we end at $50 crude?
That's pretty wild, man.
That is.
No doubt, no doubt. So it's going to be a pretty wild 6 or 7 days here, man. I mean, you talk about playing poker, man, right?
So I was just saying to friends, even right before the program, saying, you know, what it looks like the market thinks we're going to get stimulus. So then you have to say, well, are we going to get the stimulus on the plate that the House and Congress already passed, or are we going to get stimulus that's $2,000? And it's like, man, who is going to budge? Is President Trump going to judge or budge, or is Mitch McConnell going to budge? Very difficult for me to see Mitch McConnell budging and going up to $2,000 and getting the votes. Very difficult to see the president budging.
I know.
With nothing to lose in less than 30 days of going out of office. And yet the market's up 14 points from when it's up 25 points. So if the market thinks that we're not going to get any stimulus until the next administration, I think you'd be trading lower. So the market doesn't think that. So what does the market think, man? I don't know. Tell me, please.
Well,
right?
the thing what I'd like to know is that the numbers that were brought up for foreign governments, all that, is that in the actual budget bill or the COVID bill? Because what has happened, folks, they're making a big deal that there's 5,300 pages. Well, the budget bill is always like outrageous amount of pages.
Sure.
That's not just the COVID bill, because I was going over it. Okay, it's public. Do you know what I mean? So I was clicking it last night, trying to figure out where the COVID part was in the bill. And the first, I went through 26. You know, they have A, B, C, D coming all the way down, and I still couldn't find the COVID bill inside of that, because most of it is the budget, you know, so.
Yeah, and you know, the other side, and I'd love to know, and hopefully we'll find out, man, and these things having to get rushed through so dramatically, that's the problem with it as well. It lends itself to saying no one's read it, right, which is somewhat of a truth when you're talking about 5,500 pages released, and then they're voting on it in 24 hours. Not hard to accelerate, you know, a push against that type of legislation for obvious reasons, but you look at what we have to do on a global scale. The U.S., the biggest economic powerhouse in the world, we're going to benefit the most if worldwide economies open back up. We're going to benefit the most if we just, you know, from a global scale. So maybe part of that money is spent on governments in third world nations that aren't going to be able to facilitate vaccinating their entire population, which needs to be done on a global scale. So to a certain degree, you know, I get the sentiment, but there's a reason why we have the economy we have the resources we have, and this is going to be a global undertaking, and some of these governments are going to need assistance to eradicate and distribute, you know, this virus to just poor regions, to say the least.
And what happens, folks, okay, you know, and many of us know this, okay, and the folks that don't, okay, this is going to be a heads up. So when we give countries money, there is ramifications behind that, meaning that let's say that, just say XYZ country, you're giving them $200 million. Well, inside of that, it's actually saying that, okay, I'm going to give you $200 million, but you know what? You're going to have to go buy $100 million worth of jets off Boeing. There's so many ramifications inside foreign aid. It's just not saying, here it is. That is now not how we deal. The way we deal is that's how we get into countries. That's why I mean, there's a huge amount of ramifications inside of when we basically push that out. And, you know, that's where the aspect of even inside our country, people can get flipped out saying, okay, I'm not talking about giving it out. I'm talking about, well, why are the corporations getting so much money? And why do you have someone that's turning around saying, okay, well, I'm going to give you this money, but then it's going to come right back to the corporation. We justify it in the aspect that we can that our companies can do more research, we have more jobs, we have all of this, okay? Because there's a lot of other, you know, you can cherry pick a lot of those things out of there. But basically, foreign aid is predicated on us getting more business.
I just want to throw out there for people to try and wrap their brains around, because it's a tough one. This can't be like this America First deal, okay? Because we got to get the whole world vaccinated, and third world countries can't do it themselves. So I'm assuming some of that money is to go to facilitate, the amount of spending going to be needed in some of these nations throughout the globe that are going to have difficulty doing it themselves. And so, I see value in that, and I think we all should. But there's a line in everything, and, the president has his say, and we're going to find out what happens, man. But the S&P is a positive by 50, and the market's not freaking out. That means the market thinks that something's going to happen.
Totally.
I can't wait to see what ensues and what comes out of this.
How it shakes out. There's no doubt. No doubt.
Yeah.
877-927-6648.
Hey, could we jump?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, could you jump over to Disney? I was seeing they were trading higher. I love some Disney in my accounts, 2%, and I couldn't really see what was. I know they did a little bit of a reshuffle yesterday in their content, but that came out like 1, 2 in the afternoon.
They're really trading higher this morning. Yeah, you're up $3.50.
Yeah, I mean maybe the market's just digesting what was. Okay, so more analysts maybe that's what it's. Yeah, so you got a Wells Fargo. What happens? Yesterday they named one of their, I'm trying to pull it up right now. They named somebody. Let's see. They named Alan Bergman, chairman of Disney Studios Content, and Alan Horn is going to be the division's chief creative, and they were co. So maybe that was kind of like a decision where they took one guy out of the co number and put him in charge of Disney Studio Content in terms of Alan Bergman. They got one guy at the top, and maybe the analysts. It was kind of a tipping point, but upgrades all over the place, man. This equity, I'm with them. It's going higher.
And what has changed dramatically is that, so picture, folks, we were at the beginning of streaming in general, okay? We've been streaming a long period of time. But now it's mainstream. This is like, young kids that grow up, they don't even know that there used to be channels. Like, why are you going to go to a channel, right? It's like not even close.
I got a 3-year-old I hang out with, and he knows Disney and he knows Netflix, man. So think about that.
Totally. He doesn't know ABC.
He does not know ABC.
And he's never going to know ABC, right?
Exactly.
Right, exactly.
It blows my mind. That's why I said, hey, let me buy some Disney, man. And, real quick, because it's hard to say, oh, man, this thing's going higher. It just went from 120 to 180. Just went from 80. But you look at it on a 3-year weekly, just to give people a quick context, man. Before COVID ever peeked its head around, this stock was at 153. You're only $20 above where this stock was trading at. And think what has happened in Disney Plus since December 2nd,
right.
2019. And what will happen when
when there's Breakout City. Everyone's going to go to Disney.
Parks, parks are rocking, the movie theaters are rocking, and Disney Plus still has all those subscribers. It's going to be perfect. That's my take on it. That's why I think it's still going on.
Stay right there, folks. Tom and I come right back. Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. Are you looking to buy or sell gold, silver, platinum, coins, or bullion? We can help. At Tiger Precious Metals and Stones, we specialize in the buying and selling of gold, silver, as well as collectible U.S. and foreign coins. We not only buy your unwanted or broken jewelry, but you can trade that in for gold and silver coins, too. Call Andy now at 727-329-8245 for a quote over the phone and to lock in the current market price. Call us now at 727-329-8245.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials trading up 184. NASDAQ is down 1. S&Ps are up 15. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Teddy Kagestad, as we do each and every Wednesday at 40 past the hour. You can reach Teddy, folks, every trading day at forex-trading-unlock.com. That's forex-trading-unlock.com. Teddy Kagestad, Merry Christmas, man.
Merry Christmas to both of you guys and your families.
Thank you, and you also, man. And we're going to make it a great new year. So.
Yep.
So
remember what we talked about last week when I said I think the pound is what's driving the currency markets?
Yes.
Well, it's proven itself every day since then, especially today. The dollar kind of had a bounce over the past couple days since we spoke, but there was a sell signal on Friday in the pound. And it was interesting how when it opened up on Sunday, it gapped much lower. So the dollar wasn't strong versus many currencies, but the British pound just got shellacked when it started the week off, okay?
Yeah.
And it made a big low. I mean, I had a target. It hit my first target and my second target all by the time the middle of our trading day started through the end of the trading day. There was a huge amount of volatility in the pound, but not so much in the other currencies. And you can even see that today where right now the dollar's under pressure, but not that much by the other currencies.
Right.
They're kind of basically setting a wide range trade. But the pound, if you look at the pound versus the euro, the pound versus the yen, the pound versus the Swiss, the Canada, et cetera, it's slamming all of them today. Okay, so once again, I think what's happening is because of the Brexit, no matter what Brexit is happening, we'll be talking post-Brexit in a week and a half,
Yeah.
So, but I think what you have is because of that, there's a little bit of repatriating of probably of pounds to begin with by businesses in the UK. Okay, that's one thing. Then you also have the fact that you have them in a very severe lockdown also. Too, with the new coronavirus strain and what have you,
Right.
So I think that, with the way Europe is reacting to what's going on, we know that the second wave now is definitely extending lockdowns through the holidays. That's for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Okay. And I think that until the first of the year, you're going to see a lot of strength in the pound yet, So I think that's really going to be the guide. Now, we're coming into holiday markets, so we could go sideways for the next week, So the big thing I think you have to watch is if the pound can continue to rally and get above, 135.41, making new highs. If it does that, then you're probably going to see that trend go all the way into the first of the year. And that's going to continue to drop the dollar. Because, see, here's the thing is, as the pound is rallying versus the Swiss, the euro, and all these other currencies, that means that they're weak versus the pound. And if they're strong versus the dollar, that means that you see what I'm saying? That's why the dollar loses ground to those other currencies as the pound rallies against these other currencies.
No, I can see that. I mean, it looks, this is on the verge of like a major breakout to get up to like 144, right? I mean, This goes back to June of 2018, man. If it makes it over this level, man, yeah.
Right. Now, here's the thing, though, is you got to be careful because we're pushing these highs. You know, and I'm not calling for an exacerbated bull market, but it has the potential, if it continues to pressure these highs, it has the potential to explode. With this kind of volatility, when you see the pound, how it opened up on Sunday, had that big of a slide in 2 days with all the other currencies doing nothing, that means that the pound is in play. No one can tell me anything that the pound is not in play. It has to be right now. You know, and that's where the volume is, you know. So you have to look at where your volumes are. You know, if you have a ton of volume, and the pound, remember, is the second biggest weight in the dollar index. You know, so just like when the dollar moves, if there's a play on the dollar, it affects all the currencies. Well, the pound, if there's a play in the pound, which there is, it impacts most of the global currencies as well. You know, so, and I think that we're going to continue to see that right now, especially because with the bonds breaking, you know, I mean, you look at how the sell-off in the 30-year is today. There's no reason to buy dollars right now. You know, especially if the Swiss is under pressure versus the pound as well. So the Swiss has been under pressure versus the dollar since Friday. It's come back a little bit today. So you're looking at probably a profit-taking break in the dollar right now versus the other currencies right now, not the pound. Okay, so, and I think that's setting us up for a holiday chop fest too. I'd be very careful.
I can see that.
You know, so I'd be very, very careful because you could see the bond snap. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve, and you know what happens on holiday markets. You know, very thin volume. The algos are going to be swinging around, so I don't think it's going to be anybody's a genius because they're long or short at a particular moment over the next couple days. So you have to use a lot of caution.
And, you know, Teddy, when we see the type of volatility that you have inside the pound, is that saying also that more people actually trade in the currencies, or do you think it's just the algos? Yeah, it is. Okay, right.
That's because the pound, remember, the UK is one of the biggest currency spots in the world.
That's right.
So London's a currency center. So if the pound's in play, you know that all those traders in England, in the UK right now, they're not taking off for Christmas. But where are they going anyhow? They can't go anywhere. Right. So they're trading, and especially they're trading Brexit.
Yeah,
you know?
For sure. Well, you know, it's so interesting what you say there. Years ago, folks, and I'm going way back, man. I'm going back to like almost 94. Yeah, I'm going back to 94. And when you met people from the UK, they didn't even trade stocks, man. They were looking at you like, what are you trading stocks for, man? Trade currencies. Because they were so used to having so many different currencies, right? That before the euro, I mean, they were very used to, well, we had, every country had a different currency. So they were very used to that, right? Yeah.
Sure.
I was so intrigued with that because I says, but it totally makes sense. I mean, because they understood them a lot more than I did. That's for sure. Most Americans, I would say. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, remember the old currency desk, too. That wasn't computerized. That was all a bunch of guys on headphones in multiple cities, you know, where they had literally trading desks going on all around the world. Right. You know, that was a totally different world, and it didn't open up to the rest of us until, you know, the futures, the currency futures from the CME brought it to America first, you know, and then the opening up of the Forex cash market in the 90s brought it to where it really was open to everybody, you know. Right. So, but before that, it was controlled. If you didn't have the operation, you weren't playing that market at all.
Well, you know what's wild is that Tommy and we had a radio station up in Nashville, New Hampshire, and when it first opened up in the United States, folks, we would have these guys from the UK calling us saying, hey, I want to do a currency show. And I actually thought it was illegal. I said, hold it, you just can't do that. And they said, yes, you can. No, and it was legal, but we didn't let them do it because I said, that can't be that easy. You can't just go in and say, but it was a different deal. It wasn't like our regulated markets, right? Yeah, the Tiger 1590.
It was the wild, wild west.
It was the wild.
Absolutely.
I'm glad we didn't let them do it because that's when the leverage was 200 to 1.
Oh, God.
Do you remember? That's what it was, man.
Sure. It made futures look like the stock trading game.
It's it.
Literally. Yeah, absolutely. Because of the leverage.
I'm telling you. What a trip.
But yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting year that we're setting up for, you know, especially right now. You know, I mean, I'd be careful with the holiday swings. You know, we have a half-day market tomorrow, and then we have next week, you know, it's the same thing as this week, a 4-day, you know, trade. So, but after next week, we'll see how things unwind and what have you. I mean, right now the dollar is a bear, and there's no reason to think that the dollar is going to any rally in the dollar is going to be one to sell. I think.
Well, listen, man, you have a great one, safe one, and of course, let's see. Yeah, we're going to still talk to you next week. Kick off the new year.
Absolutely.
Okay, man.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas. Have a great
Thanks, Teddy.
one.
Merry Christmas. You too.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials up 189, Nasdaq's down 3, S&Ps are up 15.5. We'll come right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step-by-step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The gold report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The gold report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The gold report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the gold report now. Protect your buying power. Order the gold report now.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 176. You got the Nasdaq. Dow Industrials up 176. Nasdaq is down 11. S&Ps are up 13.5. And let's go take a look at the GLD for a few of these tigers out here, Tom. So it depends what you're trying to look at in the GLD. I mean, my take is it's going a lot higher. Yesterday you come back, fill the gap. I don't expect a huge amount of movement over these, next few days. You're up 590 right now. We have, let's see. So, this is good contract volume, though, man. This is interesting in the gold contract. Gold contract has 130,000 contracts right now, and that is monster contract volume for this time of the day. Well, not monster, but it's very good contract volume. And And all it's done right now, I would say that gold's going to close higher today, meaning a lot higher than $6. It has been up 12, because you can see that it goes topside to 1883, pulls back to 1876. This is just pulling back to where basically it had the big strength this morning. So I suspect we're going to get the higher prices, man. So. Oh, I see. January 15 calls. Oh, I think you're in great shape, man. Yeah.
What's that?
Well, the trade is January 15 calls. That's what he has out there.
Okay, sure.
So I think you're in a good situation.
It's a long way from right now.
And the dollar just can't hold price, man. I mean, the dollar had every right to go higher today. I mean, it went higher Monday, couldn't hold price. Went higher yesterday, held price, and then pulled back today. So, man, this is a quick hour, man.
It's flying. Get ready, baby.
Get ready. Ho, ho, ho!
Ho, ho,
Merry
ho.
Christmas!
That's right.
Folks, stay right there. We got Think or Swim coming up next. And I'm Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Look at him, folks.